ETHNICITY. So this makeup tutorial is going to be really good for moms on the go, obviously, that's what I'm using it for, but also just for anybody who may be in a hurry in the morning. Maybe you're going to school or to work, or you just don't like to take a lot of time on your makeup, or you just don't like to wear a lot of makeup. This is just kind of an all-inclusive, quick, easy, everyday makeup tutorial that doesn't involve a whole lot of steps or a whole lot of products. So this is kind of going to be a little bit different for everyone. I am going to recommend a few specific products and a few specific things, but I kind of want to just put this video out there to where you can kind of customize it for yourself, because this makeup look is really all about customization. So the first step that I would recommend is just for you to analyze your face and analyze any imperfections that you would like to address with your makeup. This makeup look is really about just kind of quickly hiding those imperfections that personally bother you and just enhancing your features really quick. So analyze your face, look at what features you would like to highlight, and look at what features you would like to cover or imperfections that you would like to fix. And that's obviously going to be different for everyone, but for me personally, a few key things that I would like to fix, so to say, on my face would basically just be my eyebrows, because I really feel that eyebrows are very important and mine do not grow in how I like them to grow. I also would like to hide the darkness and the smile lines around my mouth, and I would like to highlight my eyes. So eyebrows, eyes, and smile lines are basically going to be the main things that I'm going to focus on for my quick makeup. So first things first, even if you're doing just a quick, fast, everyday makeup look and you're not going to be using that many products, I would still recommend priming your face anyway. Just take that extra 2 seconds to prime your face. You're going to regret it if you don't. So to cut out any extra time and make it as fast as possible, a spray primer is the best. I use the Scandinavia makeup primer spray. I use that anyway, even when I'm not doing fast makeup, but this just makes it so convenient and so fast. You just shake and give yourself a couple of sprays. So a big thing for easy, fast makeup is using the right kind of products and having the right kind of products on hand. Certain products are just too fumbly, too hard to use. You have to pour it out on the back of your hand, then you got to get something else. No, stay away from products like that. Go for products that are easy to use, such as foundations that have a built-in pump, like this one that you can just pump real quick or pump directly onto your beauty blender. That cuts down on a lot of time and steps. And you can go for concealers that already have the doe foot applicator built in. That way you don't have to go and get a separate brush or anything like that. These are really nice and convenient. And these are really convenient for if you need to throw it in your purse and take it with you, if you need to do your makeup on the go. These type of products are less likely to explode and spill in your purse. Also, under that same token, go for multi-use beauty tools such as the Beauty Blender. This thing works for your foundation, it works for your concealer, it even works for your powder, it works for creams and everything. Like, this is your go-to tool that can kind of almost do your whole face. So instead of trying to bust out like 15 different brushes or carry like 15 different brushes with you, especially if you're going to use this for traveling or anything like that, go for tools like this instead. Everybody needs to have a Beauty Blender or something similar to it in their makeup kit. That's just what I think. So I prime my face. Now I'm going to go into my foundation. This is a It Cosmetics CC cream. So it's kind of like a BB cream, but it's really a full coverage foundation at the same time, but it's very lightweight at the same time. So I just love it. And also when it comes to foundations, go for a shade that just matches you pretty good. I know a lot of people have to mix together a bunch of different foundations to get their perfect shade, but when you're doing something like this, you don't want to have to take all that extra time to mix together a whole bunch of different foundations. So try to find one or use one that at least matches you pretty good with just one product. This shade is not a perfect match. If I was really doing my makeup, I would take a couple of these different shades and I would mix them together, because I'm definitely a mixer. I like to get an exact shade anytime that I can, so I'll definitely usually take extra time mixing together a bunch of different shades. But in this case, ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm just going for a shade that, you know, matches pretty well. And then by the time I have on bronzer and blush and stuff, it's really no big deal. So I'm just doing a very quick, light coat of this foundation with the Beauty Blender, and my Beauty Blender is damp, major key. And one thing I always forget to do is to moisturize my lips. You do not want to have chapped lips. No matter how quick your makeup look is, there's no excuse to have crusty lips at the end of the day. So go ahead and throw on some chapstick. That way, at least if you forget to put on actual lipstick at the end of your makeup look, you'll at least have moisturized lips. Okay, so moving on to concealer. Like I said, I recommend using concealers that have this really easy, convenient applicator, like a doe foot applicator. So this is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer, and I'm going to use this concealer under my eyes. Just a quick little swipe in the main area that I need it, which is kind of in this inner corner section, and then also a quick swipe around my smile lines because I have darkness and discoloration there that really bothers me, so I cannot skip this step. Like I said, your imperfections, your flaws are going to be different, so focus on those because at the end of the day, if you're going to take time to put any makeup on, you want to at least do the areas that bother you the most. So I'm just blending this out with my Beauty Blender as well. Like I said, it's an all-purpose tool. Next, you want to go in with powder. Especially if you have oily skin like me, you cannot skip the powder step. The powder step is probably the most important step. Depending on what kind of skin you have and what kind of makeup you like to use, you could probably just skip the liquid foundations and concealers that I just used and just go straight into a powder foundation and just do powder and that's it. That doesn't really work for my skin. It tends to just look chalky and not really cover anything and not really help anything. But depending on what type of skin you have, you might can just go for powder altogether. But I have to use the actual foundation and concealer and then just go in with powder on top. Cannot skip this step. So I'm using my Beauty Blender, same tool, and I'm going to really kind of go in heavy under the eyes first and just make sure that that is mattified. And same deal for my smile line areas that I mentioned before. And then going in with that same powder, but just with this little tiny kabuki brush, which is once again really good to throw in your purse and stuff like that. You always want to make sure you have handy tools like this in your kit. I am going to kind of just do a light dusting on the rest of my face just to set it, but it doesn't need as much product as like my under eyes do. So that's why I'm using this brush instead. So like I said, the other main thing that I wanted to focus on was my eyebrows. So I am using these ColourPop brow pencils, which are really, really handy. I love brow pencils like this that come with the spoolie on one end so you can brush your brows and the product on the other end. And it's a twist up product, but it's still very, very skinny to where you can still get those precise lines. So these type of brow pencils are your friend. They're like an all-in-one brow dream. So I love these. And these ColourPop ones come in a wide variety of colors. So you're bound to just find one pencil that just matches your hair color and you're good to go. So I am using the color Honey Blonde. And I'm just gonna twist it up a little bit and start doing little hair strokes in my brows. First, I'm going to brush my brows actually though, since I have this handy dandy spoolie. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the brow pencil and just do little brush strokes, literally just drawing little tiny hairs as if these little hairs were actually growing out of my face, but obviously they are not. But I think this is the fastest and most natural way to kind of lightly fill in your brows when you're in a hurry. If you try to do the whole outline your brow, fill it in, do the whole like brows on fleek thing, that's going to take forever and it's just not going to be practical for this type of quick look. Now, like I said, we all prioritize our features differently. So if your eyebrows are like a really big deal for you and you feel like you cannot leave the house without your eyebrows filled in on fleek, then go ahead and take a little bit extra time to just go ahead and do your eyebrows how you want to do them, and then maybe cut out some of the other steps on your face. So here's a time-saving tip for your eyebrows. Get one of these nude colored pencils. This one is the NYX Wonder Pencil in the color Light. It's kind of just a, it's not white, it's not quite new, it's just like this beige color, if you can see that. And this type of pencil, a lot of different brands make a similar type of thing. You can use this to quickly outline, or not outline, but kind of shape up your eyebrows how you would normally use concealer and go underneath your eyebrow to kind of carve it out. You can use this pencil and it's a lot faster to just quickly draw a line underneath your eyebrows and kind of carve them out. and then go in with your finger or whatever and kind of blend it out, and it kind of highlights your brow and cleans it up a little bit, but it's so much faster than squirting concealer on the back of your hand, getting that little concealer brush, carving it out, getting another brush, blending it out. Like, that whole deal takes forever. Okay, so now I have some eyebrows on my face to frame my face. Now let's go back to the face. I definitely want to warm my face up, and it's tempting to try and like contour and all that extra stuff. Like, I know I'm a big contour person. I like to contour my cheeks, contour my nose, that whole thing, but it's not gonna work for this makeup look. That takes way too long. So instead, you can kind of get a similar effect and still warm up your face and still carve out your face a little bit just with using a bronzer. And I recommend using a bronzer that comes in its own singular compact, not trying to pull out any palettes or anything like that, because that's just way too cumbersome and it doesn't really work well for travel, and it definitely doesn't work well to throw in your purse if you have to do your makeup on the go. So try to get a bronzer that's just its own singular compact, and we're using that same brush that we use for the powder, and using a nice big fluffy brush will make sure that you're not getting too harsh of an effect. So I'm just warming up my cheek area. And this is not like contouring, this is literally just warming up your face. You can be a lot more messy, I guess, with it. You're not trying to get it in a precise place. You're just trying to kind of warm up your face overall. So just make sure you hit the cheeks and the forehead and just use a light hand. And you can just use the remainder to brush it on your chest or your shoulders or wherever. So now you can see the difference in my face. It's nice and warmed up and bronzed up. It's not necessarily contoured or anything like that, so I'm not having like those striking cheekbones and that slim nose or whatever, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going for a natural look. But you can see it makes a big difference so that you don't just look like a flat ghost or a piece of printer paper or whatever. You don't just want to cover your face with concealer and then just leave, because you're gonna look like a ghost. You don't have to do blush. I like to do blush, so I'm just gonna take that same brush and go into my Milani Luminoso blush and just do a quick little sweep on the apples of my cheeks. You know I can't just completely skip out on the highlight. You probably can. I can't. I just can't. I'm obsessed with highlight. So something good for this type of look, and like I said, on the go, you know, I keep repeating the same thing, but you guys get it, is a product like this. This is a highlighter stick. It's by LA Colors. It's like a cheek tint, but it's in the color Goddess, and it's just like a really shimmery highlighter stick. It kind of looks like a little glue stick. So this is really easy. You don't need a brush or anything for it, and it's not going to spill in your bag or anything. Just roll it up and sweep it across your face wherever you want to highlight, and then you can kind of just blend it out with your fingers. Another quick tip for highlighter, if you don't have a product like this, or if you don't like products like this, go for an eyeshadow. A lot of eyeshadow colors really work well as face highlighter colors as well. So this is a Sephora eyeshadow in the color Good Fortune Cookie, and it's just a glittery, shimmery champagne color, which works really well for a highlight. But obviously it's smaller, it's in its own little compact holder. Throw it in your purse, travel with it if you don't want to travel with your good highlighters, because you know we cherish our highlighters so much that sometimes it's scary to travel with them. You don't want to break them, so just throw in a little eyeshadow as like a little, you know, replacement. And these are really good. You can use it with your finger and pop it on. So actually I'm gonna double up and put some of this on as well. And I honestly feel like highlighter is one of those steps that just amps up your makeup so much so fast that barely, like, even if you didn't have any other makeup on, if you just highlight your cheekbones and your nose, like, girl, you look 10 times better just with highlighter. So that's why I pretty much never skip highlighter, no matter how fast I'm going with my makeup. Okay, so the last thing that I have not touched is my eyes. And really for me, it's all just about mascara. I'm not gonna bother trying to do no type of eyeshadow, nothing like that. Like, this is supposed to be quick. So really, I just think a good coat of mascara is all you really need. And it's all about having the right mascara. So I have a bunch of different types of mascara that I like. I'm really not too picky with my mascaras. I have the L'Oreal Telescopic, which is a lengthening mascara. I have the It Cosmetics mascara, which I like for the wand because it has a little ball at the end where you can kind of go in and separate your lashes. So I like that type of wand. I have the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which I'm sure you guys have all heard of. It's a very thickening mascara. It gives you that lots of lashes, thick lashes look. And then lastly, I have the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, which is just kind of a good all-around mascara. So I think I'm just going to use the Tarte mascara today, and I'm just going to coat my lashes. And of course, I got mascara on my cheek. I always do that. So another product that I really recommend, I recommend this product just anyway, like overall, but especially in times like this when you're in a hurry, get a makeup removing pen. This is actually by e.l.f., so super affordable. It's just a pen that has makeup removing solution in it, and it's a felt tip pen. And basically what you can do is you can just really easily remove little mistakes like that, and it comes so much in handy, especially in times like this when you're in a rush. So at that point, you could be good to go. Since we already moisturized our lips in the beginning, we don't have to put on any lip products because, you know, our natural lips are cute. So, you know, that's cool. Or you can go ahead and add in a lip product if you want to. But what we're definitely going to stay away from is any lip products that are hard to apply, hard to use, take a lot of precision, such as a really bold red lip. You can't do that in a hurry. You need a red lip to be crisp and clean and precise. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go for a more natural lip product that is a little bit more forgiving. So I'm just going to quickly apply my ColourPop liquid lipstick in the color Trap. So that is everything. Really just one last step that I would personally add in. Since I already have used the Scandinavia primer spray, you might as well use the Scandinavia finishing spray and lock your makeup into place. Okay, so that really is everything. It's really quick, it's really simple. I feel like I look really put together now. I look like I tried. I look like I'm here to party, but really I just am barely showing up. So like I said, it's all about just kind of pinpointing those certain features that you really want to highlight and those imperfections that you really want to get handled, because everybody has different features and different imperfections. So take a little extra time on the parts that you want to prioritize and then skip some other steps, and boom, you're good to go. So I hope you found this video helpful. I know it was kind of all over the place, but if you did find it helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.